Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
My name is Hannah. What is your name?
Kacie.
Why do you think you're here today?
My mom kind of forced me.
She forced you to come?
Yeah, and I just want to make her happy, so I'm here.
Why does she think that you need to be here?
She thinks that college isn't really going well for me, but I don't think it's that bad.
Do you go to college away from home, or are you close to home?
Yeah, it's about an hour away from home.
And do you see her a lot? Do you drive home to see her?
Yeah, I go home every other weekend, so enough where I can see them a lot, but not always be there.
So she's around you sometimes to see how you're feeling?
Yeah.
And why doesn't she think you're doing as well in college around anxiety and things like that?
I don't know if it was because I went out more in high school and I'm just not going out in college as much, or I don't know. I spend more time in my dorm than going out.
Yeah, new situations. You're in a whole new area. You're in a new life, sort of. So you're with a new roommate in a new place. So that's very understandable.
It's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, which is for everyone. You're not alone. This is very common. You're a freshman, correct? First semester, right? Okay, well, that's totally normal. Do you feel more stressed out homework-wise? Do you feel like you have less time to do homework with more homework to do?
I don't know so much that, but I feel like, and I know like my mom has said this, but it's like I put off what I need to do, so then I kind of stress myself out more, and if it gets to the point where I like put it off too long, then I just don't do it.
Do you have any feelings as to why you put it off? Is it because you don't know how to do it, or is it too scary, or you are afraid to talk to your professors?
I think, I haven't talked to any of my professors because I just don't want to talk to them, but some of them I just don't know how to do, and I've been like a pretty good student in high school, and I don't want not to be a good student here. So then when I'm like writing a paper or something like that and it's not perfect, then I give up. Yeah. And I'm like, I'll come back to it later when I have a clearer head or something like that, and then I just never end up doing it.
That's understandable. That's also very common, especially when we're in college. There's a new standard of how we should do our homework. Do you have any friends that you know in your classes that you could ask for help?
I have a couple, but just kind of like I sit by them. I don't necessarily like talk to them, and we don't hang out outside of class. So I don't know. I'm just not very comfortable asking other people for help. So I think that's kind of why I like don't talk to my professors, and I don't really have like any study groups or anything like that.
Do you have problems asking for help from your parents or any of your close friends?
My parents kind of. I just I don't want to let them down, so I don't want to like have to constantly ask them for help or like ask them for something, because I feel like I'm not adulting and like living my life on my own, and I'm still relying on them.
Do you think they have tried or wanted you to be really independent? Was there a certain situation when you were young that made you feel that way at all?
Yeah. I'm a middle child, so both my sisters kind of got all of the attention, so I was kind of forced to be independent. And I was independent, but I still kind of had everybody around me, so I never had to be completely independent. And now that I'm here, it's like I have the skills to be independent because I've done it for so long, but it's a different kind of independence.
So you were just the middle child, and you felt that you needed to be independent because your other sisters were getting a lot of attention. You didn't want to bother your parents as much.
Yeah.
So that could be a possibility that's relaying into what is going on with college now. I know a lot of professors are really friendly. We have some professors that are hard to talk to, but they do have hours that I know that you can go and see them, but that still can be challenging. I understand. Do you know of any other anxieties that your mom thinks that you have?
Well, I don't get along with my roommate that much. It's just she's always out and I'm never out, and then like she'll bring friends over and they'll be loud and listening to music, and I'm like by myself. So, and she never like really tells me when she's bringing people over, or she doesn't really like invite me out to try and make a friendship. So it's just kind of like two people living in the same room that don't talk.
Yeah, that also happens as a freshman. I know that you can change roommates if you want your second semester. I'm not saying that's something you should do, but if it doesn't get better, that's a consideration. But it's also possibly just from getting to know one another. It's a new environment and things like that. So it's understandable why your mom thinks it's an issue, but a lot of people, it's all totally okay for two people to not get along, either as long as you respect one another. Has your mom been bothering you to come see someone for a while?
Kind of. It's almost the end of the semester, and it's been since like the first month of school, because I think she was worried because it was like there was such a change from the way that I was in high school to the way that like I'm acting now.
How were you acting in high school?
Like I had more friends, and I would go out and I would hang out with friends all the time, and I wouldn't necessarily be sitting at home, whereas that's kind of what I do here is I just sit in the dorm and watch Netflix or sleep. And
You said your mom wanted you to be really independent, or you felt that way. Do you feel at all different that now she's paying closer attention to you?
Yeah, for sure. That might cause it too, where I feel like she worries more now than she ever did before. And that's weird to me because it was never a thing where she was super worried about me and I was out doing more things than I am now. So I guess it confuses me why she would be worried, but I don't really know.
Is your dad the same way with you, or does he have the same feelings about your mom, or does he just want you to do what makes you happy? Or
he's kind of in between. My dad and I are really close, so he's kind of noticed it more.
Okay.
But my dad and I are very, like, we keep our feelings to ourselves, so he's never said anything like, I want you to go see somebody, or like anything like that, just because I know he would never. And so I think if he were to say, like, you should go see somebody, or you should do this, I'd be like, well, you don't go see anybody when you're stressed out or when you're feeling down. So like, it'd be like, why are you telling me to do something that you wouldn't do? And I think that's why my mom has come and been like,
yes,
you need to get help and blah blah blah. But I think it's kind of hit or miss because we're not very close.
Okay.
So then what she says, I don't always listen to. Like, you don't know me as well. You don't. But I don't know.
It seems that you may take your father's opinion a little more importantly over your mom's, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Just, I'd say, like, with all of the attention going to more of my sisters, like, my mom was always really focused on my older sister and really focused on my younger sister, where I'm my dad's first kid.
Okay.
So I kind of got all that attention.
Yes, that's
and
understandable.
Always have. So we've always been closer, and it's just like when my mom would yell at me because I was doing something wrong, I'd be like, haha, okay. But then you knew if he yelled or even if like he said something in a stern voice, it was like, oh, I really messed up.
What has he noticed in you that's been different? Or
I think it's most of just not going out, not really hanging out with anybody. Because like there would be times where I'd miss curfew or be out with people that he didn't like, and he would get mad and he's like, you don't even go out. Like obviously you're an adult, I can't give you a curfew, but you don't even push the boundaries like you did before. So I don't know.
Do you feel like you have to do certain things to make your parents happy because you keep saying that you want to be independent, so do you want to prove to them that you're independent and you can do things?
For sure. Like, I don't want to let them down, but I also want to show them that I can do it on my own. But they don't think that I'm doing it on my own right now.
Yeah, I think that's common with a lot of